So this is the first electric guitar that I finished. This was originally, well, when I found it, it was just a parts cast off guitar. The body, a neck, not this neck, one pickup was missing. It had one key on the top. So I got this neck is second hand. I quite like the shape up at the top. I ordered some new pickups because I completely fudged the wiring on the initial set that I bought for it. A friend of mine, Ben, who works at a lighting company, came and gave me an awful lot of help, which was great. And then we ended up with these 3 dual rails, which sound great. The body was originally just a classic black stratocaster lacquer, but it had chips and dents all over the place, so I sanded all of that off and then stained it, probably did 3 or 4 separate staining attempts until I got to where it is now. I think it's come out really, really nice. I put a tortoiseshell scratch guard on it, which I think stands out really nicely. I've got stainless steel jack plug, bridge and tuning keys. The neck is rosewood, and so the fretboard is rosewood, and the neck itself was poplar, but it's been stained ebony black, which I think looks badass. Got a black scratch plate and a steel neck plate, and then partly just because when I'm playing it, I'm looking at it from down here, so I've got these brass strap attachments, which just look really good against the black. I have been told not to mix the metals, but I kind of think it adds to how it's all come together. Biggest challenge, the wiring, which I'd never done before with the soldering iron, was pretty tough. I got very frustrated many times until I said a good friend of mine, Ben, came and got it sorted out, and then when I got this playing, properly working for the first time, it was such an epic feeling, and I love playing it. It sits really nicely. It had a cutaway here and here. I made this one slightly deeper, and I didn't do anything to this one, but just with it being a bit deeper here, it just sits underneath your arm a little more comfortably. I love playing it, it's great. Usually with single coil pickups, which you usually get on a Stratocaster, it's a slightly crisper sound, but with this one, because I play a lot of heavy, chuggy metal, these pickups just sound so much beefier. But on the flip side, with slightly jazzier and blues numbers, usually when I play I'm just noodling for hours. I don't play anything in particular. If I take the distortion off and just have this pickup, turn the tone knobs about halfway down and turn the volume down to 2 or 3, it just sounds really nice and mellow. If you're playing guitar that makes you lean back and close your eyes, it's a good guitar. If it feels good and it sounds good, then yeah, you've got a nice piece of kit, and that is exactly how I feel when I'm playing this one. For my first ever project, I'm dead chuffed with it. I think patience, being willing to ask for help, not worrying too much about it being absolutely perfect. Because when I see it being played by somebody else, a couple of my friends have played it, when I see it in their hands, I'm not looking at tiny little details, because I spend most of the time working on it and I'm this far away. My eye picks out the teeniest little faults, which to anybody else playing, they'd never notice. But yeah, this one, I'm dead chuffed.